coverage and inform the public about Dr. Umar's situation. Shout out to Brother Sinetta and House of Consciousness, Captain Tazariak of the Hebrew Nation of New York, my good brother Mitchell Chance, BF Nkrumah out of Philly, and countless others. I can't remember everyone's name. But for those brothers and sisters in the conscious community, especially some of the more known speakers, it is disappointing to see so many of them take shots at me at a time like this. That's disappointing.
Nah, but what the hell wrong with Sister Joyce Watts? Six videos, ain't even 6 days yet. Hey! Every time I wake up, you got a new video. Damn, brother, what are you here? Damn, Sister Joyce. I'll tell you how to be happy with Sister Joyce. I'm in Dayton, Ohio. Speaking at Central State University, I get a phone call. They said Dr. Boyce Watkins is here. He invited you to come on over. There's a panel discussion. I said, all right, let me go. I go, meet, first time. We sit down, we eat. Shake hands. Then I see him again in Boston, mass incarceration. See me again, sit down, break bread. Twice now, right? We meet in Boston conference. Guess what he does? He goes home, crawls under the bed with his laptop. True that. Right? And gets on Facebook. Listen, he just saw me twice. Right. Real man. Gets on Facebook and says, does anybody know where Dr. Umar received his doctorate degree? You just was with me twice, brother. Exactly. Why you didn't ask me? That's right. You gonna smile on my face and go crawl up under your bed. Stop laughing at your brother. And listen, I love my brother. I love them all. I know who my enemy is. I'm just making jest, but I do believe that sometimes when a brother going through something, even if you say don't make it through. As grandmama used to tell me back in North Philly, if you ain't got nothing good to say about it.
You should say, I'm gonna get physical. Hello, imaginary goons? Clown ass nigga. Look. Dude. Umar Johnson, big fat fuck nigga, bitch ass, con ass nigga. Oh, this, look, let me apologize. Jermaine Shoemaker, whatever the fuck your name is, nigga. Yeah, he's gonna call the Phantom Goons. He's gonna call the Phantom fucking Goons. This fat fuck boy been taking shots at me for a long time. As you have noticed this, Umar has taken shots at me for a long time. I've done nothing but help this nigga. I helped this nigga by putting him in my movie. Do you know this nigga just did a live stream talking about I owe him a favor because of him he made Hidden Colors pop off. This nigga's on live stream talking about, Tariq should have had my back. Sniffing and blinking. Tariq should have had my back because I did him a favor with Hidden Colors. I made Hidden Colors pop off. Fuck. My fucking... Dude, I've been so neutral with this hoe ass nigga. Understand, fat fuck boy, you ain't gonna do shit. Your name is in my mouth. I'm gonna keep saying it, and you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. This nigga's been talking slick about me for years, and I've let it slide. He's a fuck boy, man. Umar's a fuck boy. People, man, y'all don't start that, man. Y'all can't be doing this, man. How much longer I gotta let this fake ass, con ass, fraudulent ass nigga just take shots at me, man? Enough is enough, damn. I'm defending this nigga. He just did a video, but you talking about you neutral. You didn't have my back. You said charge it to the game if Umar stole something. I didn't say all that. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? This dude, Umar, man, he has been taking shots at me for the longest. I put him in my movie, he takes a shot at me. I defend this nigga against the stripper, When that shit popped off, I defended him. He came out shitting on me. Put up some tweets talking about when I went on my code of conduct tour, he's like, yeah, code of conduct, just keep my name out your mouth. The fuck it? Then he deleted the tweet. He'd been doing little shit like that for a minute, man. I let it slide because I'm like, if I go in on this nigga, that's gonna look bad for the movement, what we trying to do. You know, I don't want it to be all crazy, but he's going beyond subliminals. Umar has gone beyond subliminals. He's been taking shots at me for years. I've let them slide. Family, I would like for you to find any public comment that I made dissing Umar. Hold on, somebody said this is Umar sneak dissing me last year. I mean, people send them shits all the time. Hold on.
If I wasn't the most requested scholar in the world, if I wasn't the most popular voice on the circuit, they wouldn't care where I got my doctorate from. It would be irrelevant. It only matters because they wish that they were in my spot. So I'll tell them like I tell you, if you want the top spot, come and get it. Okay?
That's a nigga on the narcotic. I'm in the top spot. I'm the best. This nigga's sitting in struggle hotels talking about how great he is. Fuck that, nigga. I'm the best. I'm the top scholar. I'm the most requested. I'm in the Motel 6 and I'm the top. I'm on the top. That shit is corny. You sound like a fucking idiot, dude. And you've been sounding like a motherfucking idiot. That's why people back up off your ass. I ain't diss you. I'm like, I ain't co-signing this nigga shit. So I just stay out of your bullshit. I let you self-destruct, fuck nigga. Talking that stupid shit you've been talking for years. But this bitch nigga has been taking little shots. I remember he did one lecture. I think it was down in Miami. He was like, yeah, I know Tariq is going to give some money to the Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass School. As much money I done made him. And then he just got on the live Ustream talking about he done made Hidden Colors hot. That's that shit. Sabir Bey was talking that. Them niggas from North Philly, is that like a North Philly thing? And I love Philly. I got a lot of love for Philly. And Philly done ran that nigga about it there. I heard niggas in Philly on the streets don't fuck with that nigga. Niggas in the street. Now, I donated money to this non-existent fucking school. I donated some money to the school. I've been trying to help this motherfucker for years, and he done act like he did us a favor. He's acting like he did me a favor. I made your movie hot. I made the Hidden Colors series hot. Bitch nigga, Umar, you've been in a whole bunch of fucking documentaries. None of them have popped off, fuck nigga. Are you listening, fat fuck ass nigga? None of them have popped off except mine. What are you talking about, nigga? You've been in a bunch of fucking films and nobody never heard of them except mine. How you help me? You done done a bunch of shit that don't pop off. How have you helped me? I got 2 movies now that's on the #1 spot. You ain't in them. How you help me? Fuck is you talking about? Is this nigga on the narcotic? You sound like a fat hoe. Your name is in my mouth. What you gonna do? Fuck all that. We can get in the boxing ring. We gonna fight. Stop tweeting and come fight. Stop all the Twitter banging, nigga, and come see me. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? I'm with the shits. Get off the internet and come see me. You know where I am, hoe ass nigga. I'm not nowhere that's. I'm not like you. I'm not in little random Motel 6s and shit like that, sucking my own dick, talking about how I'm the best. Ain't nobody better than me. I'm Papa. Nigga running around talking about he Papa. Get the fuck out of here, corny nigga. You sound like a motherfucking idiot, nigga. You can come see me. I'm at my office every day in Chatsworth. I'm not that hard to find. If you want to come see me, bitch nigga, you come see me and get off the fucking internet. We can do this. I'm the best. I'll get you. Get me, nigga. Come get me, Umar Johnson. Your fat fucking bitch ass name is in my mouth. Come get me. I'm saying your name over and over again. If you say my name again, your name again, Umar the big fat bitch ass nigga Johnson. Now people are like, man, he's having a breakdown. He's going through some things. Stall him out, Tariq. Fuck him. He's been going through a breakdown for a couple of years. Umar, look, listen to me, family. Listen. It's hot in here, hold on. Yeah. I got my heater on. This heater is right on my throat. But this nigga is trying to present himself like some kind of conscious Suge Knight. Nigga, I'm so with the shit, you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. Umar, I'm not SETI. I'm not Brother Polite, no disrespect to him or SETI. I'm not Boyce. I'm not these dudes, and I'm not saying anything negative about them, but nigga, that rah-rah shit don't work on me. You gotta come see me. If you with the shits, be with the shits and stop all that gangster talk on the internet. Nigga, Umar, I'm gonna tell you, if you ever step to me, nigga, I will tie your motherfucking beard into Bantu knots and make you my bitch. Get the fuck off the internet and you do that shit, my nigga. Fuck you think you talking to? If you say my name, it's gonna be consequences. Well, motherfucker, let's get the consequences popping and stop tweeting, bitch ass. Let's get the consequences popping. You ain't gonna do shit. You flabby and sick, and I'll slap your motherfucking koofy off, nigga. Fake ass, bitch ass nigga. Nigga, you been eating off me for fucking, what, 5 years? When did I put the first Hidden Colors out? You know what the problem is with this nigga? This is the problem with this bitch ass nigga Umar. This is why he been taking little shots, because see, Umar, in every group of people, and we're talking about the Hidden Colors group, in every group, there's always a David Ruffin. In every group, there's always the Bobby Brown. In every group, there's always the Eddie Kane Jr. It's always that one nigga who think the shit is really all about him. It's that one insecure ass nigga, wounded, emotionally unstable nigga. You give him a little shine, and they don't know how to take any kind of notoriety or any kind of praise. So what happens, they get on some ego shit and don't know how to handle it, and when people give them compliments and praises, they take that shit to another level and start riding their own dick. That nigga's the David Ruffin of the Hidden Colors series. Nigga, this Umar Johnson and the Hidden Colors. Shit, this David Ruffin and the Temptations. No, man, look, this nigga's on some fuckboy shit. He's a fat fuckboy. Your name is in my mouth, Umar. I'm like, man, Umar's a fraud. I'm sorry, family. And let me say this, black society, I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I apologize. I legitimized Umar Johnson. This is why the shit comes back on me. This is why I've been trying to stay out of it, but the shit keeps coming back on me. The shit keeps coming back on me because they know that I legitimized Umar Johnson. Nobody knew who the fuck Umar Johnson was before he was in my movie, and he knows that. No, apologize for. I legitimized Umar Johnson. This is why the shit comes back on me. This is why I've been trying to stay out of it, but the shit keeps coming back on me. The shit keeps coming back on me because they know that I legitimized Umar Johnson. Nobody knew who the fuck Umar Johnson was before he was in my movie, and he knows that. Nobody knew who the fuck he was. My friend Rita, shout out to Rita G. Rita sent me a link of this nigga. He was on a public access show. Some random show, you know, with like 5 or 6 people watch at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, oh, my man is talking real good shit. Let me get him in the movie along with some of these other people. And the fact that not only is he disrespecting me to say, I made your movie hot, you're disrespecting Brother Kaba, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, motherfucker. You can't hold a candle to people like Dr. Welsing and these other folks. It ain't about you. The fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Are you on narcotics? This nigga sounding like he on drugs right now. Yeah, dude, you a fuck nigga. Ooh, I was getting my dick sucked and she called me Papa. I ain't never had that before. Umar's a fraud, family. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, my dudes. Man, listen. going around with that whole, I'm a descendant of Frederick Douglass. The Frederick Douglass family had to come out and say, hey, this nigga's a fraud. He's been going around saying, the family had to put out a statement. The stripper he was fucking with, she clowned his ass. The baby mamas this nigga got, they clown his ass. This nigga's own father is clowning his ass. This nigga's own dad, if your own motherfucking father is clowning you, there's something to this shit. I had to accept it. It hurt me when I realized that Umar was a real bitch ass nigga. That hurt me. I didn't let it be known publicly, but the shit hurt me because I'm like, I co-signed this nigga and I thought he was a real dude. And he's saying little slick shit, and he's a fucking cupcaking ass nigga. And I'm like, fuck, man, great speaker, man. This is a waste.
Today, because it was on my mind, and you know how I operate. I'm used to doing my best to tell it like it is, tell the truth, share what's on my mind, no matter where it may lie. Today I was continuously confronted with this whole thing with Dr. Umar Johnson. And his consistent, almost inexplicable disdain for me, which I've never really understood it all that well. I know that I've always been very supportive of Umar. I really like what he has to say. Whenever we've been in a movie together, I've always felt like he did a great job. I feel like his information is great. We've had his videos on our platform, and they've gotten millions of views. I've lost friends over Umar, as I mentioned before. I got into a big fight with a Princeton professor about Umar because she said she would no longer support me because I agreed that Umar's school was a good idea and I supported it. And I didn't stand for that. I said, no, that's not going to work for me. I'm not going to, I'm not giving in to that kind of nonsense. I know also that I gave money to the school. I have done everything I can to be supportive. And so, as you can imagine, I was definitely thrown aback, when I saw Umar just constantly kind of poking at me and attacking me because of something that Maria Lloyd, one of our bloggers, had to say. Basically, Maria did a video where she asked some legitimate questions about Umar and all that money he's collected from the black community, and it's basically said, I'm not giving you any money anymore until you start telling people what you're doing with that money. She didn't say give it back. She didn't say, oh, you're a crook. She just said, what are you doing with the money? Show us a plan. Show us a blueprint. The whole community is involved in this, and this is bigger than just you. And so apparently, I guess Umar connects me to her, even though she works with me and she used my channel. But I have about 20 or 30 people that use my channel, and I tell them all, our rule is very, very simple. There's no one way to be black. Your opinion is respected no matter who you are, no matter where it may lie. As I told you about me, I had to do a lot of explaining about that when the thing went down with Yvette Carnell and Farrakhan. When Farrakhan and his people didn't understand the criticism Yvette was throwing at the minister, and I just had to tell the minister, I said, look, I'm not taking her down. I respect her because she's a colleague and she's a black woman with a voice, and the voice deserves to be respected. I said, but understand that I've let Yvette know that my opinion is not her opinion, and that people just need to understand that two people can be on the same YouTube channel and have different points of view. And that's really what we need in the black community anyways. We need healthy, more balanced discourse. We have to get away from using language like hater, which to me is very primitive, very juvenile kind of way to describe a dissented opinion. There is no rule saying that all of us have to line up behind one dictator who's going to tell everybody what to think. I think that you live in a very dangerous society when you're telling people that you are a bad person because you do not agree with me, because you don't let me just say what I want and do what I want, and without question, there's something that I'm going to label you as a hater, and I'm going to try to ostracize you and call you nasty names and all this other stuff. What's interesting as well when I think about Umar is that when that whole stripper thing went down, my position on that was very, very clear. When people came to me with it and just, bashed Umar and stuff like that, I said, you have a right to your opinion. I mean, people on our platform said a lot of different things, but I said, in my book, in my opinion, what a man does with his penis is between him and the person in whom he's injecting his penis. The rest of us just don't have a say in the situation. So the fact that the woman was, was a stripper, and the fact that Umar was sleeping with a stripper, and the stuff about him claiming to be celibate and all this other, I just did not care. I really didn't care. And I didn't think it was appropriate for the woman to try to, use these private text messages to try to somehow expose something. It'd be different if he was, if he'd raped her or if he was sleeping with little boys or something like that. That's a different kind of thing. But if you're trying to expose a man for having sex, then guess what? You'd be exposing every man that's ever lived in the last 100 million years.
Most of you, especially my son's supporters, are saying, well, I just got back on these videos after only 4 days. But let me get straight to the point. Since my son made an allegation that I was enjoying what he's going through, which is a very serious issue and not I saw as serious as I thought it was. I've gotten some threats from some of you supporters. I won't even name call you, call you what you really are to me. But you're his supporters. I've gotten threats from you. Somebody said I ought to be exterminated. Some people said I ought to be hung from a tree. Isn't that something? We're talking about lynching black people, and we're black people. So I've been really chilling for a while. I haven't gotten much sleep thinking about this whole situation. First and foremost, I want to make something understood. I am not going to let anybody, and you shouldn't either, stop me from exercising my right to say what I want to say. I don't care who my son is. I'm an American citizen. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to let people tell me what I can and cannot say. It's my opinion. It's how I feel about something, unless it's something that's stated as a fact and I prove it not to be a fact. But if you think that you're going to scare me after what I've been through in my life, you think y'all going to scare me into not speaking my piece when I feel like it'd be crazy. Now, as far as this whole situation that's going on, it's not as serious as y'all making it. Not for what I've read, not for what I've heard. But I guess, you have to put the hype in there to make it dramatic.